Playoff hopefuls Bristol City are QPR's next visitors at Loftus Road this Saturday, so in this match preview I caught up with YouTuber Annie Harris to get his take on the Robins' chances of promotion, the secrets to their excellent form in 2025, and the key players for Rangers to worry about. I'll also be giving my take on the R's at the end as well, so make sure you stick around for that. If you're new to the channel, I'm Connor, aka Hoopser. I make QPR previews, reactions, interviews, and features, so if you enjoy this one, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, or leave a rating depending on where you're tuning in. Hi Annie, welcome to the channel. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. I'm good, Connor. Delighted to be on. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have you on as well. Now, Bristol City have the second best form in the league in the past 10 matches, and Tuesday night's 96th-minute winner against West Brom sent you into 5th place. So, how are you feeling as a Robins fan right now?
Yeah, just enjoying it, I think, for now. As you know, we've kind of been labelled as, boring and kind of mid-table and stuff like that over the past few years, and some of it rightly so, absolutely. So it's nice for that to be well, for that to be changed, and it's nice for us to be mid-April pretty much and have something to play for, which is unusual. So it's just it's a weird feeling. It's a nice feeling, and I'm sure we'll talk about him all really down to the manager, and yeah, feeling really good about the last 5 games and hopefully more than that.
Yeah, I mean, Bristol City have been in exceptional form since Christmas with just 3 losses in 2025, only one in your past 10. I think you're going to answer it with what you've alluded to there with Liam Manning, but why exactly have the team been so good in the second half of this season?
I think the home form has been a platform and it's set us up really nicely for pretty much the whole season. The home form's been really good. We've only lost 3 times at home all season, and that's been to Sheffield United, to Burnley, which is acceptable, fair enough. And then the other one was a weird one to Swansea, where Luke Williams was about to get sacked. So a bit of the platform has been set up at home, and we don't lose that many games. We've only lost 10 all season. So I think, as I said, the foundations have always kind of been there. We've tweaked a few things as the season's gone. Some of it kind of forced. Liam Manning's had to do it because of injuries. So we've switched to a back three, and that's been consistently what's been played pretty much second half of this season. And that's really suited us. I think it gives us a little bit more balance in midfield, and we can play Max Bird, we can play Jason Knight, and we can play Joe Williams all simultaneously. And they're 3 really good players who can operate sort of Max Bird a little bit higher up, and that's given us really good balance when they've been available together. And then having a Scott Twine, or I think our fullbacks are really important in all of this as well. I know we'll look at the attacking players. The fullback's really important. You have Cam Pring, who's predominantly played at left wing back. Now he's moved a little bit further back to left centre back. You've got Mark Sykes on the right and on the right hand side, who provides an outlet. And we've started to play it out from the back a lot more confidently, and that's we don't just hoof it when there's a little bit of pressure on us. We are a lot more composed, and the methods are really kicking in, and we're showing a lot more sort of composure. And the style of play has really developed second half of the season, and compared to the first half where it was there, we were trying to implement it. It wasn't quite taking as much as we would have wanted it to. A few tweaks by Manning and by Chris Hogg of it's something has just clicked.
I mean, you mentioned that sort of really strong home form that's played a huge part. Away from home, it's 1 win from your past 10, albeit with 5 draws in there. Is that a more defensive approach that the manager deploys on the road?
I mean, it's funny because I don't think we played that differently away from home. It's just some games have been really unfortunate, and most of our games this season have been quite tight, and we have been in some really good winning positions away from home this season. We conceded a last minute equaliser at Sunderland, at Plymouth. That's just 2. There are more than that. Not from Cardiff. There have been games where you've gone Hull at the start of the season. You've gone, have we managed to screw that up? So I think the pressures away from home are a little bit different. They are obviously at home. You've got the backing of your home fans, and we've thrived off that this season. Away from home, we've fallen away a little bit more, but we have got better. I say recently away from home, we won at Millwall, which is not easy at all. We got a late point at Sheffield United and probably should have won that game quite comfortably. Had the chances to win that game, and obviously going to Burnley away is kind of a free hit, so lost there. But we have got better away from home, and again, we don't lose that many games away from home either. There's been a lot of draws, and that's a good and a bad thing. I think at this stage of the season, you want to start winning games, but yeah, I'm not overly concerned by our away form, and it has got better. And the performance, it's not like there's a performance gradient where we're really good at home and we perform really well, and then we don't turn up. It's not like that. It's a little bit different. So I'm not overly concerned by our away form.
So the big question then, how confident are you feeling about holding on to a playoff place? And if you do make them, how do you rate your chances in the playoffs?
I'll answer the second question first. I think we've got little chance, and I think that's the case for anyone who finishes fifth and sixth this season. I think it's going to be really difficult for any of them to fight themselves. If they, even if one of them gets to Wembley, that's an amazing achievement. I think it's going to be really difficult. I would rather finish. I don't know where I'd rather finish actually. Would you rather face Sunderland or would you rather face one of Leeds, Sheffield United, or Burnley? Yeah, none of them, preferably. But yeah, I think it's really difficult. Will we get in there? I've always maintained that we'll narrowly miss out. I think if we were to get in there, I always said that Tuesday night was going to be the game we have to win. If we were going to get in there, we did win that game, unbelievably. And yeah, it's given me hope. It's given me more belief. It's given me more confidence. But I still think it's going to be really difficult, especially with our running compared to Middlesbrough and to Coventry and to West Brom from now until the end of the season.
So who will cause Rangers problems on Saturday afternoon, and where can QPR get at Bristol City? I know our old loanee Nahki Wells has 3 goals in his past 4, and the last time he scored 3 in a row was actually for QPR back in January 2020.
Yeah, Nahki Wells is. It'd be interesting if well, another ex QPR boy, so him or Sinclair Armstrong, one of them will start. It will be interesting to see how that kind of happens. Obviously, Nahki Wells has played 2 out of this 3-game week, so he's played against Watford and started against Watford and he started against West Brom. So wouldn't be overly surprised if he was brought out for Sinclair Armstrong. Obviously, Nahki Wells' age and whatnot. I mentioned our midfield 3. I mean, it's just a quality midfield 3 with Jason Knight, Joe Williams, and Max Bird. They complement each other really well. You've got the energy of Knight, the captain, kind of Duracell bunny as I call him. Just doesn't stop running. And you've got the technical quality of Max Bird, who's got the most assists so far for us this season. His ability to pick out a pass can be unbelievable. It can also be incredibly frustrating if he doesn't pick it out, because it's just, yeah, he can go for the Hollywood pass when he should just square it 5 yards. But if it comes off it's yeah, he is an unbelievable player. And Joe Williams is just kind of a championship kind of. He's there. He'll be winning the second balls. He'll be fighting. And he got Jason Malumbi sent off for Albion really late on, which got us the winner eventually. So they're 3 really good players. I'd look out for Mark Sykes down the right hand side. He's really improved recently as a right wing back. His ability to beat a man and then put a really good ball into the box is underrated in my opinion, and I'd say one of the outstanding people in this run that we've had recently as well. So he's a real threat, especially if Kenneth Pal is injured, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did go off with injury on Wednesday.
Yeah, so if that left-hand side for QPR is a little bit weaker than it is normally, then Mark Sykes hopefully has a nice time.
Now, Bristol City's last visit to QPR, which was a 0-0 draw back in November 2023, was Marty Cifuentes' first home match and Liam Manning's first as Robins manager, full stop. 17 months on, they're the current 4th and 5th longest serving championship managers. So to round us off, let's get your score prediction for tomorrow afternoon.
I think it's going to be really tight, like most of our games have been this season. I think it's going to be low margin. I remember the game at Ashton Gate where QPR scored with their first shot of the game, and like some mental shot as well, which he scored from. I will. Oh, I really don't want. I really don't like this. I'm going to go 1-0 away win. Going to be really tight, and we haven't won many away games this season, so hopefully that's a nice moment for those travelling fans.
Well, Annie, thank you so much for joining me for this preview, and all the best after tomorrow afternoon.
You too.
Big thanks once again to Annie for joining me for this preview. You can check out his channel and give him a follow on Twitter via the links down below. So, Bristol City head to Loftus Road in fine form and with something to play for, which makes me even more glad that we put 3 points on the board on Wednesday night. Interestingly, Rangers have lost just one of their previous 6 matches against Bristol City, but you have to go back to October 2016 for our last league win over the Robins at Loftus Road. With that said though, with just one away win in 2025 so far and less wins on the road than Rangers this season, I'm really intrigued to see how they fare in this game with the added pressure of maintaining a playoff place in these final 5 matches. From a QPR perspective, you'd like to think Wednesday night's result will have done wonders in easing the pressure on both the team and Cifuentes. As he said though, the job isn't done, we can't completely switch off, but a point or two over the next few games should do it given how many teams below us are playing each other in this final run. Marty of course does have some fresh injury concerns to contend with all of Samfield, Kenneth Powell and Paul Smith forced off against Oxford, but the return of Koki Saito following his suspension, potentially some minutes for Ryan Colley, and surely a start for Karamoko Dembele should help to ease those blows, at least in attack. Bristol City have only conceded more than 1 goal just twice in 2025, so we'll need everything we can up top to break down their defence, but hopefully the confidence of us scoring 3 midweek without a striker on the pitch will help us in that department. So, score prediction time. It's amazing what a win does and how fickle football is, because I'm less worried about facing the second best form side in the league than I was against Oxford. It does just feel to me like the pressure is far more on Bristol City than us, and if we were in their position, this is probably the exact type of game we would slip up in. So bizarrely, I'm going 2-1 QPR, most probably with Nahki Wells to score for the away side, and presumably Sinclair Armstrong trying to give it to the home crowd at some point. Thank you so much for tuning in for this preview. If you're new to Hoopsa and you've enjoyed this one, please do hit like, subscribe, follow, or leave a rating on the platform of your choice. And maybe I'll see you next time for my Bristol City match reaction. Come on, you Rs.